Hi, welcome to SBR Videos. I'm Peter Loshak. It's Week 16 in the NFL, coming down to the wire. This is the Jeff Cadillac Can Caddy Cash show. The question this show poses, can Caddy Cash? So far, the answer is looking like yes. Jeff Cadillac, thanks for being back with us.
Thanks for having me, Peter, as always.
All right, Jeff Cadillac, you're almost there. You got to maintain. Don't go 1-4. We don't need no 1-4s this week, no 0-5s, God forbid, right, Jeff?
Right, Peter.
To officially cash, you can't really be 51, 52%. It has to be more like 54%-ish.
Well, in my hand here, I have 5 wins this week, okay? So I'm telling you right now, we're going to be cashing in this week big time. And also, Peter, on Twitter, my best bet of the week, I'm 10-5, baby. So all my followers over there, they're cashing in every week.
Whoa, 10-5. Jeff Cadillac's best bet of the week at Jeff Cadillac 1 Twitter. All right, what's your first game for us this week, NFL Week 16?
Okay, my first game this week is the Baltimore Ravens at the Houston Texans.
All right, well, right now the line is Houston plus 5.5. Everyone I've spoken to loves Baltimore here. I know you love Baltimore here. I've already had to stick to my guns twice saying I like Houston, and I think no matter what you say, I'm still going to be on Houston this week. Tell us why you like Baltimore here, minus 5.5.
All right, Peter, all right. The reason why I like Baltimore here is because Houston is down to like their 8th quarterback this season. In fact, I've got rumors going around that you're the quarterback this week. You're flying straight in. I heard. That's the news out on the wire right now. But the reason why I do like the Baltimore Ravens is the Baltimore Ravens are very active right now in the AFC North. They're still battling. That division right there hasn't been decided as to who's going to win the division or who's still even in the playoffs. So the Baltimore Ravens have a very solid team, but I'm very afraid for Houston this week because it's either going to be Case Keenum or Thad Lewis. And neither one of them has taken a snap this year yet for the Houston Texans. So you know they're going to be relying on Arian Foster as their big go-to guy. And Baltimore is going to be playing that scenario all game. Baltimore is too pumped up. Houston, I talked about Houston last week. They haven't really played anybody this season. They haven't really beaten anybody this season because remember, they had an easy schedule this year. Granted, they're 7-7 this year. Hey, I give them credit for keeping it above, where it should be. They're winning some games that maybe people thought they weren't going to win, but this is one game they're not going to win. I'm sorry. Baltimore is too pumped up. They want to get back into the playoffs. Later points, take Baltimore.
All right, Jeff Cadillac liking Baltimore. Everyone likes Baltimore. Everyone makes that you're playing joke. Everyone makes that like, I heard you're playing quarterback for the Rams this week. From a comedic perspective, I'm not exactly sure how I feel about that joke. All right, what's your second game, Jeff Cadillac?
Okay, my second game of this week is the Philadelphia Eagles at the Washington Redskins.
All right, here we go. Saturday game. Washington is a 7.5-point home underdog. And actually, I heard that I'm going to be playing quarterback for Philly, not Mark Sanchez.
Oh, well, you know what? Then I'd have to say then if that were the case, I'd have to take Washington in that kind of case. Okay. But since you're not playing quarterback in place of Mark Sanchez, Peter, I do have to go with Philadelphia. So the thing is that one thing about Philadelphia, Trent Cole, the outside linebacker, leader on defense, he's definitely out. But Washington, come on, let's put it this way. They can't even put together 2 wins, 1 win. It's been a disaster of a season. But Philadelphia is still in the hunt. And let me tell you something. They are off 2 losses right now. They lost to Seattle. They took a beating on Sunday night against Dallas. I think they'll bounce back here against Washington. Philadelphia is looking to get back into it. Believe it or not, they do play well on the road. Washington's defense, they're banged up. The whole team is banged up. A lot of these guys wrote it in already. They could have had a shot to beat the Giants last week. What did they do? They totally collapsed, and the game was over. But Philly's still a solid team. They got to use more of Darren Sproles and McCoy at the same time to throw defenses off. I'm waiting to see this happen in the games that they play, so that way the defense doesn't know which way to go. They got to do it this week. Philadelphia, off the 2 losses, they're going to blow out Washington. I like Philadelphia here.
All right, Philadelphia minus 7.5. Yeah, like 4 different handicappers that I do calls with have used that you're playing joke. Joe Duffy's used it. I think Swingin' Johnson's used it. Doug Upstone's used it. You've used it. It's just not sure how I feel about that comedic shtick there. All right, what's your third game for us, Jeff Cadillac?
Well, my next game here is the Green Bay Packers at the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Well, 10.5 is the current market line. What do you like here, Jeff?
Okay, since you know me so well, who do I like here?
Obviously Green Bay. You might be right, though. They have gotten, big road wins of double digits after losses before. So, it's not necessarily the worst play in the world.
Well, you know something? I'll tell you something. Peter, you must be reading my mind because the Green Bay Packers are going to blow out the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Okay.
Last week, again, at Buffalo, believe it or not, I like Buffalo. You can look it up. It's on my website. I love Buffalo in that game, getting the points at home. But Green Bay, Rodgers, after a loss the last 10 games, he's 10-0 straight up and 8-2 against the spread. Last week, Green Bay had 7 drop passes. You know this guy is pissed off, okay? Tampa Bay, Gerald McCoy, their leader on defense, he's out for the rest of the year. What Green Bay should do is go down there and slaughter the Buccaneers. Green Bay is still looking for a position in the playoffs. They're battling against Detroit. They need this game big. I'd like to see Green Bay score like at least 40 on the road. They really haven't blown out anybody on the road this year. And I want to see them to be able to play on the road and put up big numbers. We all know they can score at will at home. That's a given. But you know what? These playoffs, you never know where they might play. You want to see that they'll be able to play on the road, put up a lot of numbers, and not, give up a lot. Because Tampa Bay, look, 2-12. Come on. Green Bay should score 40. Tampa Bay should score 10. And that's all she wrote.
I think I prefer I think my grandma is playing version of that joke than I heard you're playing. Like, I think I prefer it when people go, Kansas City's quarterback situation is so bad. My grandma's going to be playing quarterback for him this weekend. I don't know. What's your next game for us, Jeff Cadillac?
Okay, number 4, my 4th game of the week here, the New York Giants at the St. Louis Rams.
All right, this is a highly debated game this week. Are the Giants a live underdog or not? They do, Manning to Odell Beckham is a terrifying thing to bet against right now. Suddenly they've come on strong. Right now the line is Rams -5.
I'll tell you this right now. I love the Rams at home. Mm-hmm. The reason why I like the Rams at home is off the loss against Arizona. You know what I can't understand is that in New York, they're actually talking about keeping Coughlin. I mean, what are they thinking? I mean, the guy beats Tennessee and Washington. All of a sudden, he just won the Super Bowl again. I mean, this guy is done. The players are not playing for him. Odell Beckham's a rookie. He doesn't know any better. It's like the defense, come on. They're looking for some new blood. Coughlin is past his prime. He's done. He's an old war horse. Get rid of him. St. Louis is pumped up. They finally decided to wake up middle of the season. Unfortunately, the season is only 16 games and not 30. Otherwise, they would be really looking good to the playoffs. But St. Louis's defense is unbelievable. They're going to swarm Eli Manning and the rest of the Giants all game. I think they're pissed off because they didn't win against Arizona. But I had Arizona there. And St. Louis, they'll put it together in the Dome at home. I like St. Louis at home.
All right, clearly a bounce-back situation for the Rams. Question is just, is 5 points too much? Jeff Cadillac says no. All right, Jeff, what's your 5th game this week?
Okay, my 5th game this week, believe it or not, is the Minnesota Vikings at the Miami Dolphins.
All right, well, right now I'm seeing Miami -6.5 and -7 for Miami as the market-wide line here, and that's a little bit suspicious. I mean, Miami, their running back game is so bad. I heard you're playing running back for them this week, Jeff.
And you know what? I probably could do pretty good.
Yeah. You couldn't do any worse.
That's for sure. That's for sure. But I'll tell you who I'm taking in this game. I like Minnesota plus the points in this game because Minnesota has shown a lot of promise this year. Last game, they were up 14-0 against Detroit, and then Bridgewater turned into rookie water. And what he did is he just basically threw a couple interceptions. They could have buried Detroit in Detroit. They should have won that game outright. But instead, hey, a rookie is a rookie. North Turner, he's playing. This is good practice for him. Next year, they're definitely going to be better. Miami is out of the playoffs. They're 7-7 right now. They got a beat down by New England last week. That was kind of expected. Honestly, I like Minnesota with the points, but I think Miami's going to win this game. I think it's going to be a very close game. I think 3 points is going to basically separate the winner from the loser, but I like the 6.5, 7 points. Take Minnesota, take the points, and hope it's a close one.
+7 is the current widely available line that we can give you. Jeff Cadillac, good luck this week. Hey, if you go 4-1 or 5-0 this week, I think you'll clinch a yes. Thanks so much, Jeff. Talk to you next week.
The SBR Network offers free sports picks and game breakdowns, big money free betting contests year-round, a real-time Vegas-style odds monitoring service, and much more. So come see for yourself. To stay updated on SBR news and promotions, follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and Google+, and do be sure to subscribe to the Sportsbook Review YouTube channel to catch all our daily sports shows.